Welcome to the Champ Show. I'm your host, Isaiah Davis. I'm here with Ashton Jones, freshman running back at Middle Tennessee State University. How are we doing today, Ashton?
You know what? I'm doing pretty good, man. I've been just taking my days off post spring, trying to recover my body a little bit, get a little more healthy. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. So we do a little bit of research here, and if anything is wrong, just tell us. You are a freshman running back, as we just said a second ago.
Yep. Early enrollee freshman. Got finished with my senior year at Oakland back in December, and decided I didn't want to finish my high school career and go ahead and play college ball.
Wow. So we're going to start early. That's real good. And you are 5'9", 198 pounds. And you played high school football at Donaldson Christian Academy. Then you transferred over to Oakland High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, just 10 minutes away from MTSU. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir, it does.
And at Donaldson Christian Academy, you recorded 196 carries for 1,927 yards and 25 touchdowns in 12 games.
Yes, sir. That sounds pretty accurate.
Gotcha. And at Oakland High School, in 1 year, you played in 14 games for 169 carries, 1,235 yards, and 20 touchdowns. And you were a four-time All-State and All-Region selection. And at Donaldson Christian Academy, you played in 5 sports, is what I'm hearing. Is that?
Yeah, I was a pretty all-around guy. I like to play a lot of stuff, get involved in a lot of sports, try to help out the school as much as I could.
Oh, yeah, love that. And you played football, track, baseball, hockey, and basketball. So we were really doing everything.
We were. Hockey was it's always been a big love of mine. You know, that's where I got a lot of physicality from to help me in football. So
Oh, yeah. What position did you play in hockey?
I was either side winger, so I could either go left wing, right wing. I would score a pretty good amount, but I really was just into for it to. I like the physicality. You know, that's always kind of been my game. I like to put the hurt on people.
Mm-hmm. And you can see that just translates over to the football field for sure. And it's going to be translating over for a long time, it seems like.
Easily. Like I said, there's everything about football with the physicality, but, having athletic movement, having more than just being a strong guy, that's what I think makes the best game in the world.
Oh, yeah. And from what we've seen, you had offers from Kansas and UAB. I'm sure you had other offers.
Yes, sir. I had a couple schools and options. So it really did only come down to Kansas and MTSU, though. And as soon as Mason took that job, though, I knew that's where I wanted to be.
Oh, yeah. So you committed what day?
I officially committed December 20th because I finished my visit from I think it was the 18th to the 19th.
Wow. So 4 days after Coach Mason got hired.
Right after, yeah. He was one of the first guys I was calling.
So you almost committed to Kansas, is what I'm hearing?
Kansas was my first love before I had really gotten into MTSU. Coach Lance and Coach Wallace, I really love those guys. Everything they're doing over there is great, been phenomenal. The program is in a good spot right now. So, but I still wish them the best of luck. But I couldn't pass up on my guy Mason.
Oh, yeah. That's what I hear from a lot of people, like even people transferring over to like Omari Kelly. I don't know if I'm sure you've met with him. He's transferred over from Auburn. It's crazy what a coach like nowadays, at least from what I've seen, can bring in with like Deion Sanders bringing in all of his guys. Like a lot of former Vandy players, is what I'm hearing, are coming over to MTSU just for Coach Mason.
Oh, yeah. Mason's a personable guy. He's not just a football coach. He's a guy that cares about you. He's going to treat you like a father. And obviously, I've known that for a long time. I've known Mason since I was 8 years old. Mason, when he was at Vanderbilt, I think I was a freshman or counted as a freshman for about 5 years in a row because I've been sneaking into their high school camp since I was about, 10 years old trying to get work in.
Wow. So did Coach Mason call you up at all, or do you reach out to them?
As soon as Mason took the job, he reached out to me and said, let's get to work. And, obviously, I knew we were going to be in touch as soon as he took that job. We had already kind of been talking beforehand when he was doing all the SEC work on the network. So,
wow. So that's
pretty much the connection was right at the start.
Oh, wow. When did you start playing football?
I think I date back to, let's see, I think I started in 7U.
7U?
Played locally.
Got you. And where is Donaldson Christian Academy?
Donaldson Christian Academy is in two towns, kind of mixed in between two towns of Donaldson and Hermitage.
Okay, got
So
you.
it's on the outskirts of Nashville. Um, and, like a Donaldson Christian will always have a special place in my heart. That's where I played every single year up until my senior year. I just knew once I got to the collegiate level, I needed to play a year of ball where, it was going to be a little bit harder, a little bit more up to date per se. And I'm not saying, that league isn't good ball. There's phenomenal athletes in that conference that DCA is in. But, I just wanted to make sure I was best prepared when I got there.
Oh, yeah. So I know you wore number 5 at Oakland, and now you wear number 34 at MTSU. Is there any reason you picked 34, or did they just give that to you?
I had a couple options, but I didn't really like the other ones as much as I did like 34. Obviously, that wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm a freshman. I'm not really worried about my number. I'm really worried about just making my mark, letting them know I'm really about this business. And but I think Bo Jack, I would say that's my inspiration.
So are you going to be one of those guys that takes I say dirty number and keeps it for the rest of their career? Like, let's say like a Marvin Myers type of guy?
I'm gonna go ahead and make a wild take here that I do not.
is is there any number that you would want to switch to at some point later down the line?
I would love to get back into 5. That's always been had a special place to me, but if not a 6, my dad wore 56, and so I kind of always dreamed of wearing 5 in high school and 6 in college. The best of both worlds, but
oh yeah, that'd be nice. How hard is it to get recruited as a running back, and what differences do you think compared to that to other positions?
I think the running back's a tough piece just because I think all running backs at the high school level are fairly good athletes. I think that once again, every single guy can compete at a high level. It's just really finding the ones that are going to be elite and fully develop as they grow. Some plateau pretty early.
Oh yeah. How excited are you for your first college football season at MTSU?
I'm pumped, man. I'm really ready to get to work. Spring was fun. I'm beyond words to get ready to get started.
Oh yeah. Is there any players that you've modeled your game after at the running back position?
I think the obvious answer is Christian McCaffrey. That's always been my guy. I used to go by Mini McCaffrey, but I stopped that not too long ago.
That's funny because whenever I was like looking at you, I was thinking about like Christian McCaffrey. Like I haven't watched any tape at all. I need to, but from what I've seen, you almost remind me of Christian McCaffrey in some ways, which is not bad at all.
That's definitely the guy you want to be playing like one of the hottest backs in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm. How much of a difference do you think high school and college football will be at the running back position?
I think the big difference is just being able to stay composed. Staying composed and being physical. Don't put the ball in the turf. That's ball security is job security. So I got to make sure that I just mature in the areas that I need to heading into my first year. Play more like a sophomore, junior type guy than look like a freshman on the field.
Mm-hmm. And what string are you going to be?
That really all depends on how many guys leave and come in the spring. Guys, just leave and go, transfer. Mm-hmm. So as of right now, I really don't have an idea, but.
Got you. So we were talking about Coach Derek Mason a little bit earlier ago. What is something Coach Derek Mason has that you think he does a really good job at than a lot of other people?
I think that him being so personable and really getting to know his guys is what sets him apart.
Mm-hmm.
I think that him acting like a father figure and being a coach at the same time and finding a good balance is really what separates him from the other guys.
Mm-hmm. What was it like to get your first college offer?
That was probably one of the best days of my life. I think that, you really just want to go ahead and get over that hump because you work so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always just nervous, does anyone really like me? Is anyone really interested in me? And once you get that first one that breaks the ice, it just, I remember celebrating good that night.
Oh, yeah. And what was your first college offer?
UAB was the very first one.
Oh, wow. And what were you a junior or senior? What year were you?
I was going into my junior year, so I was technically a sophomore.
Wow, so you got recruited pretty early, and from not a small school at all, in my
Yeah, no,
eyes.
no, no. I love UAB. I love Trent. Trent's also another coach that I really admire. It's just he knows how to turn around a program, work a program, and so those are the guys that you can trust playing for.
Mm-hmm. What does a day or week in the life of an MTSU running back look like during this time of the year?
Spring ball gets pretty hectic. Whether it be waking up at 3:30 in the morning to drive out to practice, or starting to get your classes in later on in the day. Balancing all that can be pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Getting your lifts in, it's very busy. When you play at this level, they're not lying when they tell you that it's a full job already. You got to be committed, and you got to stay positive with your morale and your mindset. I think mentally being strong is the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just the amount of stuff you're required to do and asked to do, but that's your job. So
Yeah, it is a full-time job is what I hear from a lot of people, and I can't imagine doing it at the D1 level. Like, I bet your schedule is just packed every every day. And we appreciate you coming on for taking time out of your schedule.
No, all good, man. I love to do it. Yeah, the schedule gets a little busy, especially coming in as a freshman and then trying to get my classes out the way. I had 6 classes, which is a lot. Normally, about 20 credit hours, which is definitely a lot for a freshman coming into college. So I was pretty busy, but I got it done, and I'm glad I got it done, because now I got a little head on other people.
Uh-huh. If you don't make it to the NFL, I'm assuming that's the goal. Is there maybe like a plan B, like in your eyes that you could see? Like, would you maybe try out like the UFL or something like that?
The UFL would be fun. I never even actually thought about that, but I think that maybe going into dentistry would probably be my thing. My dad's a dentist, and I've always just admired his work. So
Got you. So we're getting Jones Dentistry coming soon for sure.
yeah, I think the Jones Dentistry might be the next thing. My dad's Jody Jones GDS, so maybe Ashton Jones GDS can be a reality one day.
What should we expect from Middle Tennessee State University in the near future in terms like facilities, ranking? What should Murfreesboro expect from MTSU?
They should expect nothing less than conference champs. That's the mindset we're going with this year. If you're not playing to win, I'm not really sure why you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that people should expect a hungry team, a determined team that's not going to back down. And so whether rankings or, we're not trying really too worried about that, but where we fall is where we fall, and we're going to try to stay focused each day.
We are super happy to announce we are now partners with the Boulevard. The Boulevard is so good here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, on 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard, guys. Absolutely amazing food. I was literally just there 2 days ago. The Boulevard is so good, and they support MTSU as they're literally like in walking distance from there. They're right on basically MTSU's campus. It is so good. If you guys want to call into the Boulevard, it's 615-624-8002. And if you guys want the address, it's 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Guys, make sure you go check out the Boulevard. They have some absolutely great service, too. Love the staff there. The staff there is amazing. And the food is even better. Guys, make sure you go check them out. They are a bar and grill here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Boulevard at 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Once again, that's 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard. And the number is 615-624-8002. Once again, that's 615-624-8002. Thank you so much, the Boulevard. Alrighty, we're getting into some of the rapid fire questions here. You can answer these super quickly. You can answer these, expand on them, whatever you want to do. Favorite NFL team?
Seattle Seahawks.
Whoa. How are you a Seahawks fan?
You know what? Same. Kind of always was a little. I loved bright colors as a kid. When I was about 6 years old, I remember seeing a Russell Wilson interview going on. I was like, man, I like the color of those teams. So I love that neon green, and that's how I fell in love with those guys.
And obviously, Russell Wilson's no longer on the. Have you been?
Yeah, my spirit, my reason I was a fan is no longer even there. But I like Gino. I like DK. They got a lot of young stars on that team. So hopefully they can get some work in this year.
Have you ever been to a Seahawks game?
I have been to one in Tennessee. I've never gone to Seattle, got to see him play, but I've seen him play at Titans before.
Oh, nice. Do you have a favorite player all time or current player that you like on the Seahawks?
Favorite player all time? I think my all-time favorite Seahawk is for sure Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch.
Oh yeah.
I think he's also been another, inspiration for me. I think he's just the way he can just always put his head down. He was always had such a determined career, even when he was in Buffalo. So I loved watching him. But all time, maybe outside of Seattle, that would be pretty tough. There's so many running backs. I've always loved Barry Sanders, but that's a tough one to pick.
So should Seahawks ran the ball?
Oh man, I get asked that question a lot. I think they should have. I mean, you have the best running back in the NFL at the time, at least physicality wise. I mean, Marshawn Lynch, I don't know when I've ever seen him run the ball not at least pick up a yard. So, but I mean, I see the idea, try to catch them off guard. Because like everyone already says, everyone thought they were going to run it. So I see the idea of passing, but just was poorly executed. That was a great play by, I think it was something Butler. I can't remember, but I mean, it was just a great play in general.
Mm-hmm. So do you play video games at all?
In season, I would actually, it's probably not a good thing to say, but I definitely play in season when I do off season. Off season is a lot more relaxing, lifting, and just, doing things out with my buddies, trying to actually get outside and do something. But in season, yeah, I would say whether it be the Call of Duty or any 2K or Madden that's out, that's usually where I'm at.
All right, this is the true question here: Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm an Xbox guy, man.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're gonna have to get the gamer tag after this. Send it to me. We're gonna have to get a.
I will for sure.
We're gonna have to run up a Madden game. I might lose, but we're gonna do it.
You know what? I'm down, dog. Always let me know.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can get that set up real quick. I'll have to stream it too. Well, if you guys want to check out my Twitch, Isaiah J Davis, check it out, guys. We're streaming every weekday. Since we're out of school now, finally. Since I'm homeschooled, we're finishing like early.
Oh yeah. Lots of free time.
Oh yeah. Are you excited for the new NCAA 25 game coming out?
I think that's probably been one of the biggest things I've been excited about. I think everyone is, though. The revival of that game. Everyone's been wanting to play it forever. So.
Oh yeah. Have you opted into the game, or how does that work with you coming in as like a early enrollee?
I hope it works. I opted in, but I'm praying that I'm in the game. I know it would be next year, but hopefully I'm in this year's copy.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we can get you in. If you had a guess at the rating, what are you getting your rating?
I feel like they would disrespect me and give me like a low. I feel like they're always pretty harsh on those. So I would guess, being real, at least like a 70 flat. That would be my prediction.
All right. And we're getting 99 to the end of the season.
But hopefully, obviously that would be the goal. But being real, if I could work myself up into the 80s, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. I'll definitely have to use Ashton Jones. What's your like best part of your game, you would say? Like, is it speed? Is it you just like shifty or what?
I think I definitely think that I'm more of a power back. I think my leg drive's consistent. My lateral movement's always been great. I've always tried to work on acceleration and top speed. I think that's what I can work on. But laterally, I've always been quick, been able to make the cut quick and get downhill, especially last year. So I think that's the part of my game that I give the most appreciation to.
What are some of your favorite teammates you've had? And these can be like Donaldson Christian Academy teammates. These can be like 7U teammates. These can be MTSU teammates right now. What are some of your favorite teammates?
I think I'll go ahead and give you one from each just to fill it out. So I would say DCA, all-time favorite. I think I have to have a tie between my favorites at DCA. There's two guys named Aiden Francis and Brady Russell. Those are my dogs. I still hang out with those guys, work out with them in the off season every year. So, and they play football too. Brady is at Murray State, and Aiden Francis plays at Rochester in New York. So those are my guys. In Oakland, I'll go and give two again. Deuce Hewitt, who plays at Liberty and committed early as well, and Marcus Bullard were definitely my favorite. And
Oh yeah, Marcus.
yeah, Marcus Bullard's one of my guys. I always loved Kyler, what their family did for me, and I would say MTSU probably Josh Evans because he was my early enrollee roommate who also early enrolled out of Orlando. So.
Oh wow. What was one of the 7U players you were talking about that goes to Murray State?
Oh, so he goes to Murray State and plays linebacker, and he's in the transfer portal. And I would love to get him here. So he's been one of my best friends my whole life, and having him here would be a dream come true for sure. Playing in college again.
Okay, this is kind of a off the top of the head question. If someone was in the transfer portal and they want to come to MTSU but they don't know how to get in contact, what do you tell them?
Most of the time, I feel like our guys will reach out to you if they wanted you. It is definitely a business. As much as we want it to be nice and get everyone in, it is a business at the end of the day. So not all dreams become a reality, but I would just say keep working and put stuff out, to get noticed. That's just the best way to do it. I mean, it's always that's how everyone's had to do it.
And are you like pro transfer portal or do you think there's some stuff messed up with it? What side do you land on?
I don't hate the transfer portal. I just don't think it should be as easy to go to 4 different colleges in 4 years. I don't really like that piece of it. I wish maybe a one type deal. You could go once and that would be it. Or if you left again, you would at least have to sit out a year.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like people just switching over like every year, like it's just become chaotic, massively chaotic. Like, and one player, Jaron Gilmore, I think said this. He plays at Georgia State. He's a DB. He said he likes the transfer portal because he transferred over from Tennessee Tech to Georgia State. But one thing he doesn't like about it is there's like the brotherhood is almost lost. Like you don't get those guys that you've rode out with for 4 or 5 years on the same team. Instead, you're having like 2 or 3 year guys, and maybe not that, maybe like 1 year guys. So.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, it's definitely hard leaving your guys, man. The stuff you go through together makes you brothers for life for sure.
If you weren't playing running back, what position would you or want to play?
I wish. No, I wish I was a big boy, man. I wish I could play something on the O line. That always looked fun to me. Blocking all day, I think I'd love to do that.
So you sound like a very physical back. So it sounds
I definitely like the hitting aspect. That's why, like I said, I would love to play in the trenches. I think that'd be super fun.
Favorite college football team besides MTSU?
Ooh, man. This was hard to give up as soon as I got to MTSU, but I've been a Florida Gators fan my whole life.
Wow. Florida Gators. Okay. How do we become a Florida Gators fan?
Same route as the Seahawks, man. I loved the colors as a kid. And my Mimi is in the Hall of Fame at Vanderbilt in the athletics. And so she always would give me tickets and stuff. And I remember every time Florida came into town, that was the team I wanted to watch.
Oh, wow. Did you play or you didn't play? Did you go to the game where Florida played Vanderbilt like I want to say like 5 years ago maybe? Where I don't remember what happened. But there's one play like a whole Vanderbilt team was like guarding like Coach Derek Mason and like
I do remember that game actually. I actually feel like I was there. I definitely know what you're talking about. But yeah, that was funny. I mean, it was a fight. I mean, it wasn't funny. Well, I remember the fight, and that was wild.
Oh yeah, that was like my first Vanderbilt game I've ever been to. I went with one of my good friends, Luke, who I don't know if he's doing the podcast anymore. I don't know we're still trying to figure all that out because he hasn't been on like the past like 11. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know what to do. We're trying to figure that out. But yeah, I was like,
you're all good.
Once Coach Derek Mason like just found out he was going over to MTSU, I was like, if Vanderbilt players got behind their coach like that, I can't imagine what it's going to be like over here at MTSU. So that got me really pumped up.
Yeah, no, that's our guy. No, we're not gonna let anything happen now.
Favorite stadium you've ever played in?
I guess since it's only been high school so far, I will say the most electrifying game I think I've played in. I don't know. It's a pretty close time. I think when we played Bradley Central in the state semifinals this year, that was probably one of the more electrifying high school games I've ever been a part of. I mean, there was people, seats were taken from both sides, and people just had to walk around and stand behind. It was just,
Wow.
it was wild. But I remember there being, for a high school football game, it felt like a college game.
Oh, really? How many people do you think were there? If you had to guess.
Definitely high thousands for sure.
Wow. I should have been at that game.
No, it was a fun one, but it was a far one. We had to go all the way to it's in Chattanooga. Yeah. We played in Chattanooga, then we should have just stayed there for a week, went back to state the next week, and had to drive out there again. But from Murfreesboro, it's not as bad as from Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Pre-game music, do you listen to it or not?
Actually, that's a good question. I think it really depends on who we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in really big games, I don't actually listen to music. I feel like I just try to get so in the zone. But for games that I don't ever go into a game saying I think we're going to win and be cocky. But for games that I felt comfortable in our team, yeah, I would say I listen to music kind of a little bit more. Music doesn't really put me in the zone. I think myself just being quiet and just listening to myself and my thoughts gets me in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a mix.
Is there any certain artist you like to listen to?
I think that Drake's my guy. I think Drake's always been my guy. I like old Drake more than I like new Drake, but I still do listen to new Drake music.
Is there any like pre-game snacks you like to eat, or is there any like snacks in general that like you could just eat forever?
I don't know if it's that great for me, honestly, but like right before a game. But I love I have a lot of applesauce before games for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I think applesauce has always kind of been something I like to eat during or on game day.
So that's the secret stuff right there.
Yeah, but if I'm not playing, it's definitely goldfish.
Goldfish. Is it
goldfish or the extra cheddar goldfish?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just about to ask, how do you get it? Yeah, that's the right way right there. Have you ventured out into like the pizza and everything else?
Not really. I've tried a couple of them. I like the hot ones too, but I don't know. I don't know if I've had that yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've had the hot ones. I'm gonna have to try this out. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
I think if I was still young, like I don't know, 20s to 40s, put me on Miami City Beach on the coast. If I get older, I'd probably move out to the more country part and move all the way to Bozeman, Montana.
Oh wow!
Live in the middle of nowhere and ski every day. Sounds like a good plan to me.
So you're a pretty big skier, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I like to ski. Actually, I've been a skier my whole life, but I've recently started picking up snowboarding. So trying to get good as I am skier.
So you're basically Cooper DeJean, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I just like to get out and do a lot, man. I don't like I said, I play video games, but most of the time I'm definitely out doing stuff. I'm a big golfer.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. I love golf.
So we literally let me guess, you did swimming too, huh?
Oh yeah, I did everything. I swam. I know how to play tennis. I know how to. I learned how to play lacrosse actually this last year. I don't know. There's not too many sports I can't say that I'm not very comfortable playing in.
Wow. Have you tried pickleball?
Oh yeah, I love pickleball. Me and my friends play pickleball in the neighborhood all the time. We got a course.
Oh yeah, pickleball's fun. I tried that out like a month or two ago. Is nice. Is real nice.
Yeah, no, pickleball is fun.
Most famous person in your contacts?
Probably Mark. He's an Undertaker in the WWE.
What?
Yeah, my dad has been best friends with him for his whole life, man. He's been at the house a couple times. Him and the dentistry stuff. My dad, before he was a dentist, while he was still in dental school, his job was a security guard for WWE. And he he got paired up with the Undertaker early on.
Holy smokes!
So they've been buddies ever since. So that's probably the biggest one, I'd say.
Wow. That is probably the biggest person we've had, like, in someone's contacts list.
Oh yeah, Mark is just all around great dude. I've learned a lot from that guy.
Wow. Okay. What is the amount of contacts you have?
I have a good decent amount of contacts. Trying to think of other guys that really are. Some guys I know more on a personal level that played in the NHL that many people probably don't know, like Rich Clune and Jordan Tutu. I've met a lot of guys that were big in hockey just because my dad was the team dentist for about, I think, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good amount of NHL guys. At one point, my dad was good buddies with The Rock, but when he moved to Cali, they kind of just lost connections. So.
Wow.
But I don't have that contact number, so.
Got you. Favorite food place?
I'm gonna go in Murfreesboro. I like nachos.
Wow.
They're a lot.
Everybody says nachos.
Nachos is good.
I don't think I've had a single person that goes to Oakland that's gone from Oakland to MTSU that doesn't say they like nachos.
Yeah, no, nachos is definitely the spot.
If we get nachos, what are we getting?
God, I don't know the exact name of it. I think it's the Polo Con queso, maybe. I like it. It's just the chicken, cheese, and rice. I'm just basic, man. Sometimes I get fajitas, but that's usually what I rock with. All
right, we're gonna get every MTSU player that likes nachos, and we're gonna all go out to eat.
I would love that, man. I'm never wrong with nachos.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go do it. Favorite movie? If you want a top 3 list, you can do that too.
I'm gonna go kind of on a variety. I'm gonna say there's a movie called When the Game Stands Tall about the streak of De La Salle in California. And they went on 121 game win streak, something like that. And then it's about how they lost and still managed to find ways to unite and win. I like 300. This is Sparta. It's one of my favorites. And that's another good one. Trying to think of movies. Oh, Battleship. It's such an under the radar movie. People don't know about that movie, but Battleship was one of my favorites. It's me and my dad's favorite.
All right, I'm gonna have to check these out.
No, they're all great movies, man.
We're gonna definitely check this out. What do you want to say, people listening to the Champ podcast?
I said the same thing after my first game at Oakland, and it was learn my name, remember my name. I said that after the first game, and I just reiterate on that. I want people to remember and learn my name because I'm gonna make sure that it pops up. I don't play for me, man. I play for the name on the front, but just for their sake, just remember it.
Oh yeah, we got little quotes going in there.
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple quotes.
So if you want to shout out your Instagram, if you want to shout out your family, shout out all your socials, you can shout it all out right now for the Champ people.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think all of my socials are Ashton Jones, but the S in Ashton is a 5. Obviously shout out to my family. Mother's Day is coming up, so obviously always give big props to Mama. And shout out to my friends, man. Without them, I don't know where I'd be, man. Those guys are they're the reason I am where I am, pushing me hard, always getting me out of bed when I didn't want to, and obviously the man above, the Lord himself, Jesus Christ, and that's why I give all credit and who I play for and try to glorify his name every day.
Oh yeah, well, we appreciate you coming on, Ashton. Any final words?
You know what, man? Go Blue Raiders, man.
Oh yeah, and if you ever want to come on, just reach out to us. We can get it set up real quick. If you ever want to say what's up, I'm down. If we want to run a Madden game, I'm down. We have to set some stuff up for sure.
For sure, yeah, man. I'll get you that handle.
Oh yeah, appreciate you coming on, Ashton. Thank you guys so much for listening. We the champs. Peace.